All right, great job figuring out the differences and similarities of those two substances in the last section. Now it's time to kind of finish our whole problem solving and come up with a model to help figure out how to get the people of Westfield clean water by figuring out what this unknown substance is in this chemical reaction. I'm in the last section, so I'm going to scroll down to where you have this substance reference guide. So don't forget to use that. But I'm walking you through the directions of how to create a model to send to Dr. Young. I'm going to do that via Google Drawing. What I ask is that you copy and paste this Google Drawing into a new tab. You've done this before, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And I would suggest splitting your screen here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Oops. And so you have your directions. I think my face will go away, but you have your directions over here on one side, and you can follow along over here on the right. First thing you need to do is make a copy of this Google Drawing. So don't forget to make a copy. I would rename this to your name and travel group. Oop, I don't know why this is doing that. It's because I have an extra keyboard that's being pressed. My bad. So I'm going to say Miss Casey travel group since I don't have one. Put it in my COVID style folder. All right. So once you make a copy of that, your job in this is the whole goal is to show what was produced during the chemical reaction between the iron pipes and that fertilizer. Now you have this key over here on the right. So don't forget, that's going to be the most helpful thing to do for you is to utilize that. You're going to show what you think happened in the after part of what substances were produced. And what I would suggest over here is using this key, substance reference guide to help you find the atom key. I try to make it look exactly like the one over here. Notice the iron stands for Fe, it stands for iron. This orange one is iron. The label is below the color. Say you think iron formed in the after, you would copy, control, select that little atom here, press Command C, then Command V. Oops. And it'll place it somewhere. You just have to look for it and drag it over to the after part. And you're just doing that with the different colors of atoms to form these different substances that you think are going to be in the product side. Okay, that being said, make sure that you are utilizing all of these extra tips. And what I would suggest doing, the other thing that you need to do here, step 4, during the change space, you'll need to tell me you need to show me that you know how those products were formed. I highly, highly recommend just going to your text box, dragging it down like that, and typing it in. You can do this in one complete sentence, to be honest. You can say something along the lines of, during this chemical reaction, I'll type that in for you. During this chemical reaction, atoms, and then I'm not going to give you the answer here, but just fill in the blanks there of describing what happened to the atoms so that they formed the product that you had made in the after. So I would work backwards here. I'd fill in the after box first, then I would fill in the during the change part. You can do this. If you need help with anything, always reach out. You'll move on to the lesson synthesis, and I will give you a little bit more information on what your model should look like to help you. So I would watch that next video if you need some help before moving on to the exit ticket. The exit ticket, there's 2 parts to your big assignment today. This is one of them, the model in this Google Drawing. The second part is your exit ticket, which is a written assignment. It's going to be a little longer than your normal exit ticket, so make sure you're pacing yourself. Good luck.